What's up, guys? Welcome to day 7 on the challenge to go in 10K a month using trading. Today we were up. So today was actually the first 1K day that we actually hit officially. Unfortunately, it does say 900 right here because I took a $150 short right at the top right here. As you can see, I placed the lines. I took a short right here and it literally wicked me out just here for $150. That would have been a beautiful dump today. Beautiful. And this is on the 1 hour. So imagine if we move it over here to like the 5 minute or something, bro. Oh my days, would have been a beautiful dump day. Beautiful. So I entered right here, right here, right here, literally at the top. Entered right here for the sells, and it wicked me out just above because it was $150 stop loss with one contract. So one mini, sorry. So of course it's gonna stop me out, I'll be honest. But I just wanted to make sure I had the right title for today's video, and I wanted to make sure I kept my profits for today. Honestly, it would have been a banger trade. I would have had $400 stop loss up here, and then I would have targeted like 1.8K, 2K TP as well if it was my first trade of the day. But it was actually my second, which the first one was like 1,000, and then the second one was a loss, so it brought it down. So let's get straight into the stats so far. So we're not too far from being funded now. I would say not too far, but we say 1 or 2 trades if they do go the right way. If not, we go into drawdown. We have to build it back up. But as you can see by the P&L, let me move this screen very quickly. As you can see by the P&L, we've got 1.6 on the P&L, 75% rate. Of course, these 4 trades, they were all against my strategy. And then, of course, we have the last one, 150, that was unnecessary. So overall, we should be like 12-1 if we're talking about proper trade loss. Which is not too bad. We had 2 wins today, 1 loss. I believe the other win I got was like a $40 win, something like that. It wasn't too crazy. We have the profit factor of 2.55. Which is not too bad. Total gain of the account is actually 2.7K. Which is quite interesting. We would have been actually, if we didn't lose any of these trades at all, we would have been basically $300 away from funded. So, hey, it happens. Our win to loss average is actually getting better though. It's coming quite equal, even though we want it to be way more in the win side, but it's actually getting quite equal, which I like, which is good. But that's what the beauty of big wins is. It levels things out. Total number of trades 16. Total number of lots 20, regular data. Now let's go into what the stats look like. So we only have 1 red day on the whole account so far. $14, $128, 466, 650. Then we had a minus 500 day, which is not the best day. It wasn't the best day at all, I'll be honest. Over risk. Normally I'm meant to lose max 400, but I ended up losing more, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. And then we actually move on to this day, which is today. We went up 900. Like I said, we already had like a 1K trade and a $60 trade that won both. So it should be a 2-0 day, but then we lost 150, which made it go down to 900. So yeah, so far it's not been too bad. What I did differently is I tried a new strategy, guys. Now, the strategy video I posted, trust me, go guys, watch that if you want to just be consistent in the markets, or you're already funded and you want to be consistent in the markets. That's the best way. But the new strategy that I'm implementing for combines, especially, I believe that's the key message right there for combines. Because my strategy works. I know I can be very, very consistent over time. Say, for example, I want to just crush $400 a day, and guaranteed. Like, it either goes $400 win or loss, like that. Guaranteed, I have a strategy for that, which is the video I made. So if I want to make $400, if I want to make $600 and actually have the whole day for the trade and just let it go, let it run, I'll be on micro, one micro or 2 micros max, and I'll just let the trade run for the day and see where it goes. Have a stop loss so far down that it can't come and stop me out. But of course, those trades are mainly like the 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2 max. You can't really go for 1 to 10 sort of RR with those type of trades unless it's like a news day or something like that. Which I'm not trading tomorrow. Again, that's another thing. I'm not trading tomorrow. Tomorrow is the biggest news day apparently for a long time. So I'm not looking to trade tomorrow. I think that's why part of the market, I got in on buy for my 1K win, like somewhere over here in the AMs. But I think the market may be ready to have a big push up tomorrow. So if you're on the markets tomorrow, good luck. But just remember, tomorrow's meant to be a very big news day. I believe Trump is meeting up with China to come to terms with a few things, tariffs, etc. as well. So just be careful tomorrow when you're in markets, because it can get quite scary when you see certain spikes that you never expected, thinking it's a normal trading day. So that's why I recommend getting like news sites. So I've actually incorporated that too. Even though I'm I'm a small trader in the big grand scheme of things, but it also helps to know exactly where the chart's going, know exactly what news is going on. So that's currently the situation on the pre-funding combine. Sorry, we're about 1.4k away from actually being funded. So we could hit that, honestly, one trade. We could literally hit that. I know I'm saying I'm not going to trade tomorrow, but worst case scenario, I would say I'll trade AM GMT time, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., so I can catch a few gold trades before the news in the day. So daytime, I never trade like that anyway. I just trade Asian session, to be honest. But daytime tomorrow, you're not going to see me do any trading because that news is going to be crazy. And yes, there's needs to be made with news, but at the same time, it's like, I want to have a system that's consistent. Like I said, currently I have 75% win, which is not the highest, but it's pretty decent, and it's not bad. I would take it than having like a crazy news day, and it affects my psychology as well. Because naturally, when you have like a win, you want to spam that win. So next news day that comes, I'll be there. Trust me. I already know myself. I know my personality. I know once I win once of something that even if it wasn't meant to be or wasn't like my plan, of course, God's in control always. But it's like, I don't want to get into the mindset of, okay, oh my God, this news day is coming. Let me set my, buy stop or and just let it hit one and it goes up and I close. I've seen strategies like that and it's been enticing. I'll be real, I thought about it, but I want to just be disciplined. I'm going to basically maybe trade maybe like $300, $400 this basically in the AM, 1 a.m. GMT, around that type of time. Get a quick tick. Maybe I'll get 1.1k, or maybe I'll get $800 or something like that. Just a quick tick. I'll risk $400 of the 900 I've made. So worst case, I'm just down 400. Like I said, that's one thing I've learned about the combine. I'm trying to keep as much profits as possible, which is great. But at the same time, it is a combine. The whole point is you want to get funded as quickly as possible, right? And when you get funded, that's when you can start chilling, relaxing, just taking your time with the trades once you get funded. But when you're not funded, it's not a funded account anyway. You're not working towards anything. So I think that's the best approach to it, And also for long term, remember this challenge basically getting to 10k a month with trading. So the plan is to stack up some cash with the funded accounts. Honestly, I'll be honest, I could easily buy like 5 funded accounts if I wanted to, or 5 combines. But I want it to be like a proper journey, like starting from basically, I wouldn't say zero, but you have to pay the initial fee, so like the monthly fee, and then also you have to pay and that's another thing people don't talk about. You actually have to pay the activation fees. So our activation fee is like $150 as well. So just be mindful of that. Not a lot of people are going, oh my God, I only have to pay $50 for a 150k account. Oh my God. No, on the other side, you also pay like $150, which is what a lot of companies pay. Like, they charge for like a whole account as well. So just be very careful with that. Of course, it's great to pass it as quickly as possible, but just make sure you're in the right position to pay for the activation fee as well. Or it's going to be sitting there. So I think that's a good note for new traders that are getting into the market as well. Honestly, yeah, great day. Can't complain at all. Great looking. Stats are not looking too bad. I want to start incorporating journaling. I'll probably start incorporating journaling once I've got funded. I think that's easier because now we're in the trades. Now we're actually taking positions actively, and now we're actually working towards something. So honestly, like I said, I'm trying out this new strategy. I'm not gonna say it's gonna go the best. I do want it to go very well, but I'm not gonna say that it's the best strategy ever. I'm not gonna say, because I've only tried it for today, but the first day I tried it is 1k day. Hey, it's not too bad. But I just want this journey to be as raw as possible. I'm going to be trying out different styles. I'm going to try ICT. I'm going to try out lots of different styles and see what works for me, and then take you guys along with the journey as well. But anyway, thank you for watching. I just wanted to get this video done for you guys, so have like a quick update. Like I said, tomorrow is not going to be a trading day, so I'll probably do like a breakdown or something like that, just so you guys can get some value there. Yeah, appreciate you watching this video. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully we keep winning, and I hope you keep winning on your challenge or your paper account, whatever you're doing to trade. Just keep being consistent, even if you're not on a live account or like a funded account or anything. Just stay consistent as possible. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.